Hello YouTube, this is going to be a quick video on how to make an Airsoft Claymore. Couple things. First off, that this Claymore is reusable. Takes quite a while to build, but once you're done, it's pretty awesome. Also, this Claymore is quite heavy, so if you have problems with your pants falling down, if your gear is too heavy, or if you don't have a belt or anything, this may not work for you. You can make a bag for it, but I kind of find it hard because the pegs get in the way because these pegs aren't foldable or anything. So, yeah, but anyway, first of all, I'll show you kind of how it works. So you put your BBs and your baby powder. Baby powder is optional, but it just makes it look cool because like a cloud of smoke comes out when you pop it off. So yeah, you put them in there, and then you close up these flaps here. And hold on, it's kind of hard because these rat traps are pretty strong. But then you fold down the rat traps like so, where everything is like in the pouch down there. I have to put the camera back here again. And then this lid closes on top of the rat traps and prevents the rat traps from opening up. So basically, before I go out on the airsoft field, I have a twist tie on these rings here, and then I twist it around them, and I can do that right now just to show. Sorry, it's kind of hard with only one set of hands, so you can't see a lot of it, but it doesn't really matter. It's pretty easy. Hang on. So yeah, and then it closes. You'd obviously do a better job on keeping it closed, unlike me, because it's kind of hard. But anyway, and then when you're ready to set it up, you stab this in the ground with the pegs, and then you have your tripwire over here. This is just snare wire that I have, and you attach it to the paper clip. It's best if you wrap it around the ring of the paper clip right here, and then you hot glue over it. That holds it best. It's just not on there right now, just for video purposes. And then that attaches onto the clip, and then right here, this is the other peg, and the wire runs from the clip all the way to this peg right here, and you stab this peg on the ground, or in the ground, and then let me see if I can get this open. And then you clip the clip on. I have to untwist this again. Hold on. Obviously, you take off the twist tie when you're ready to set it. It's just easier to load it. Put the safety on, then it'll be quicker on the field. And then you take your clip, and then you clamp it on like so, with the wire attached. And then when the person walks by, they trip the wire, yanks off this because there's a bunch of pressure, and then this right here will snap open like so and catapult the BBs at them, and then they will be out. So anyway, to make this, the materials you're going to need are some wood. Obviously, plywood. Doesn't really matter what kind of plywood. You're also going to need 2 rat traps. Also, oh yeah, one thing is, do not get mouse traps because they're like half the size and they're just garbage for this. So make sure you get rat traps. And then you're going to need a couple of hinges to put on the box. You're going to need screws to put the box together and put the hinges on. And yeah, you're also going to need 2 stakes. I think these are, I believe, 8-inch stakes. You're also going to need, I mounted these with just brackets that I had. It's basically just like metal that's like wrapped around it with some rubber on it for a bunch of friction to keep it in place, and you tighten it right down to the box. This is another bracket that's kind of homemade. It's just a piece of tin that I formed around and then screwed it right in just for some support. You're also going to need, well, I guess you don't really need this, but some sort of loop to hold this in place. It's because before I had some plastic pegs and they broke, so I had to use this, and it has like a little loophole in it that I just screwed right to the box. And then this is just duct tape, a little strap that I made, and then the other side is the same. By the way, I have a mountain climbing clip here that you attach to your belt, and it just kind of hangs there. Also, you're gonna need I believe these are called U-nails. I just have two. And you're also gonna need a big ass paper clip that I had laying around. This is a peg that I use. It was one that broke, but this one didn't break because it's the other peg that's off the Claymore, and that just attaches the tripwire to it. You're gonna need some snare wire. This is just a toilet paper roll wrapped in camouflage duct tape to make it look cool, but it's just like a little roll of it. This is just some extra that I carry in the little bag here. This bag is optional, but that just kind of holds these three parts right here, and then this I attach to my Claymore with another twist tie. Just kind of hangs there too. Oh yes, also you're gonna need some denim. This design here is the denim. So you just wrap it around the rat trap, sew it on the side. You're gonna need someone that can sew very well for this, because you need it very reinforced, because mine is ripped a couple times and it's just garbage when it does. This is just leather on here for the flaps. It doesn't have to be leather. It just happened to be leather that I put on. And I think that's basically it. So anyway, on how you make it. First off, oh yes, one other thing that you might want is spray paint. I spray painted it, but yeah. Anyway, first off, you're gonna take your box that you made, and you want to make sure that it's the right width of the rat traps right here. And then you just make a regular old box with a top that closes flush with here. And then you cut your rat traps so that when they close down, here, put that on the camera. When they close down, that the two arms of the rat traps meet perfect. Or not, they don't have to be perfect, but just so they meet. Because if they're overlapping, then when it catapults off, that the BBs will spray either left or right. They won't go straight down the center, which you want. So, and then it's also nice to cut right here so that when you fold them down, I have to show you again. There's like a little pocket for the denim to sit in, or the pouch of BBs. And then once you have that, this all sewn down, and those, the rad traps are secured with one screw here and two in the front, and you want to glue them down. Oh yes, also one thing to make sure that the rat traps, the springs are going out this way, because I made the mistake of them both snapping the same way, and it just doesn't work, obviously. So yeah. Once you have that built with the hinge lid, then you're gonna want to take your pegs, and you can fasten them any way you like, but I liked using the brackets. I think after a while, as you can see, after I've used it a couple times, the peg ended up sliding up a little bit, so I'm gonna have to fix that. But yeah, you can find any other way to do it. Then you want to take some sort of loop or hook, and you want to screw it in. And then I just kind of use duct tape here. As you can see, I just kind of made it into like a little loop. And then I attach it to both sides with the mountain climbing clip on it. This is just duct tape around so that the mountain climbing clip doesn't slide everywhere. Yeah. Then you're gonna want to take your U-nails, and you're gonna want to pound one in here, one in the other side. Before you do that, it's also a good idea to put some wood glue on them so that they stay in there nice and snug, because when the clamp is on them, the clamp's pretty tight on top of that with the force of the lid trying to open, so it's usually this one that gets all wobbly and like doesn't really work, so make sure you get that in there very good. Then next thing you're going to want to do is take your, well, this is pretty self-explanatory, but you want to take your clip, attach the tripwire to it. Oh, that just came unraveled, but you can take a toilet paper roll and, as you can see, duct tape it, and then put this over top as like a little spool. And then you're basically done, and then you're going to want to spray paint your Claymore. As you can see, I spray painted mine. Well, actually, I did it the hard way, and I spray painted it all green, except for, yeah, I guess all green. And then I cut out some stencils right here, and then I spray painted all brown, even though I could have done it the other way by cutting out the negative stencil and doing it the opposite way, but this way works too. And then you're going to want to spray paint that, the clip, and your other peg, and then you're basically done. What I might do in the future is put some ghillie. I have some like ghillie sheet, and I can just cut it and form it to the Claymore just to make it look cool. But yeah, otherwise it's pretty awesome. So just stay tuned for the test. I'll be doing it outside like right now. So yeah, thanks. Hey guys, I'm returning for the Claymore test. I have it set up, as you can see, with the peg, tripwire. So yeah, I'll just like walk through it, and you'll be able to see what happens. Here we go. So yeah, you might not have saw that because I might have gotten in the way, but yeah, all the powder shoots out and it's pretty cool. Remember, it's a good idea to use like garbage quality BBs that you can find at the dollar store, because it doesn't really matter. It's just like Claymore, you can't jam or anything. So yeah. Another like something else you can use besides baby powder is just flour. It's a bit cheaper, works just as good. But yeah, comment, rate, subscribe, thanks.